Okay, good morning. It's Thursday. Hello. And usually I do a Throwback Thursday, but most of you know that yesterday, I mean, if you're following me on any social media, you know that yesterday I had a big badass ribbon cutting. So I wanted to just kind of get on and share a little bit about the ribbon cutting. And, I can tell you that, yes, there's a little bit of music involved in this today with a throwback, because it was the Badass Dance Crew debut. We flash mobbed to Uptown Funk from Bruno Mars, which essentially is a Throwback Thursday song. I utilize it in my when I do my presentation for the Badass certification class. I implement music into the program, how to create your own badass soundtrack. Well, Uptown Funk does appear on my badass soundtrack. Hi, Tracy, because it's a song that I danced to with my grandchildren. And so yesterday at the ribbon cutting, it was very, very badass and special to me to be able to literally perform for the very first time with three generations. There was me, my daughter Courtney, and my two granddaughters Reagan and Heidi. So there's the three generations. There was more of us than dancing than that. There was Jeannie Sampson and Mike Monroe from the Murrieta Chamber of Commerce, and Scott Agajanian from the city of Murrieta. They so badass joined with me to do the debut flash mob for the Badass Dance Crew. And it was just something to do that was fun, and it was going to surprise people, and it was something that I don't really think has ever been done at a ribbon cutting, and I wanted to make a badass first impression to some of these people. So that was tons of fun. So that's a big thank you to those individuals who danced with me, and a big thank you to my daughter and my granddaughters for being willing to step up and perform for the first time as three generations. That was a blast. So thank you to all that came to the ribbon cutting. It was a huge success. We had badass cupcakes. We had food from BJ's Brew House and some badass champagne. And now I want to say you're welcome. The reason I'm saying you're welcome is to the official capacity of several individuals that, so when they do a ribbon cutting, you get, certificate of recognition for starting a business in your community. And so I wanted to say you're welcome to the individuals who came. So this certificate of recognition is from the Murrieta City Council. All right. So our esteemed mayor, Kelly Sayarto, I'm trying to get this right. So he shared the story on how this had to go through HR and everything so that they could approve the writing of license to be badass on this certificate of recognition, which I'm sure is a first. I'm absolutely positive is a first. And I gave him permission, basically, because of this, it gave him permission to use the word badass in an official capacity. So you're welcome. Also, the County of Riverside, they gave this certificate of Washington. So thank you to Washington, a certificate of recognition from Supervisor Chuck Washington. Of course, it was his representative, but we all know that Chuck Washington is badass too. But here, once again, the official capacity, this gives you permission to use the word badass in your official capacity. So thank you very much, and you're welcome. Now here's another one. State Senate. All right, Jeff Stone. Another certificate of recognition, licensed to be badass from Senator Stone's office. And then finally, from Assembly woman Melissa Mendez's office, another certificate of recognition to license to be badass for coming and joining our community. So there's my you're welcome. So I got to say, being called badass does not get old. So I want to encourage you. It's time for you to become a certified badass along with me. Let me certify you, because I can walk into a room now and people love me. It's like I've been called, the badass certifier. I certify badasses. The badass, what is the mother of badasses? And somebody else called me the badass gal. Whatever it is, it's getting out there. And you know what? You have a right to be called badass as well. In fact, the presentation that I shared at this event was a video that I created about the definition of badass, and I will post it in the comments section of this video. And the reason I'm doing this live video again today, On my personal page is because I definitely have more followers on my personal page than on the License to Be Badass page just yet. So I'd love to build that page. So I'm also going to, in the comments when I get done with this video, post the link to that page as well, because I'm not going to always do these live videos here. But today I really wanted to share my sincere gratitude for all of you who came out to the ribbon cutting yesterday and helped me. There was so much involved. Valley Resource Center, thank you for lending me the facility to use and for reserving that so that I could use that, because I don't have a physical location for the License to Be Badass program. A lot of it is digital, or I come to your office, or we meet somewhere else. My psychotherapy practice office is not conducive to having a ribbon cutting such as the one that I had planned. The turnout was, well, extremely badass. Thank you to all of you who came, and you know who you are, and I know who you are because I got your emails now. So be looking for the Badass Habits ebook in your inbox, and if you don't get it, let me know, and I'll make sure that you get it. And if for any of you who didn't make it and you'd like it, please just send me a note with your email address, and I'll be sure to send that right on over to you. We're going to be starting a challenge in the next couple of weeks for the Badass Habits, and what that is just habits of mental wellness, mental health that you can try every single day that promises to improve your mindset, increase the positivity in your life, in your daily activities, which I promise you, when you get through 31 days of this, you will find that you are so much happier and more productive and have much more energy than you did previously. It's all about your mental wellness. You've got to seek that balance. So you might be creating habits of to-do lists or, things like that in your business, but you also need the stuff for your head. Your attitude determines your success. And because I certify badasses, it is an instant attitude adjustment. A lot of people last night were wearing the badass buttons that I give out. I actually slapped them onto some cupcakes, and we had badass cupcakes at the ribbon cutting yesterday. But I just wanted to get on here really quick. Although I know I normally do it as a Throwback Thursday, there's a little bit of the Throwback Thursday by utilizing Uptown Funk from Bruno Mars, because that song is at least 4 or 5 years old now. It's a throwback, but it's one that's on my badass soundtrack, because I said that's kind of like one of the theme songs for my grandchildren and I, because I am known for random dance parties. And I wanted to demonstrate that because I do choreograph fun. And that was how whoa, my mic fell, sorry. That is how we kicked off the ribbon cutting yesterday, which was with the flash mob. So I wanted to thank those individuals who participated with me and share that that was the first time the Badass Dance Crew has ever performed. And secondly, it's the first time that I've had 3 generations performing together. So that was a real treat for me. You guys have a great Thursday. And remember that I am your Badass Certifier. I'm Kelly Orchard. And I want to remind you to be bold, be brave, be confident, and be badass. And I will see you tomorrow for Fun Friday. See you guys later. Have a great Thursday.